31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Derrick Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards, a first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Delta. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Check.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Who that? 29 is the mic. Mike 51, Sam.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Complete to Jones. 12 yards there and a first down. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Now Ryan on first down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Ryan. Caught by Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. On second down, Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. 15 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing again. Mariota on second and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Mariota. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Mariota's throw caught by Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again. Mariota got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, 38 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be third down.
Ready, blue 80. Blue 80. Hey, 59, ready. Oh, yeah, hey, Delta.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on. Gun.
From the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. They'll roll him out right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Mariota on first down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jones has it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Ryan now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check. 29 is the mic. Mike 29. Come on.
Ryan will throw again. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Bryant is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this land out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Blue day, 21. Check 99.
This complete to Jones. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Ready, blue 80. Black 25. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check 4.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Freeman. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now, what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And Walker has it. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. On fourth down, they snap it to Mariota. Dancing to his left. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
11 yards there, first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Lewis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play called.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and they converted a second time for 6 points.
And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That good for 19 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Watch the ship. Watch 51, Sam.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. But you said 3 rushing touchdowns, and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mariota to throw it. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mariota now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. After the sack on first down, Mariota, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing, Mariota. He's got Lewis. Shoves him aside. Oh, some strong running. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Complete. This is Lewis. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for two again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big two-point conversions.
Hey, watch the ball. 45 the mic, 45 the mic. Hey, I'm coming. 45.
Mariota to throw. And it's caught, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a two-score game here in the fourth. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, Steve 6. Gotta go.
Ryan wants to throw it. He completes it to Jones. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And when these two are clicking, Ryan and Jones, and we've seen multiple hookups here in this one, usually their offense is clicking, and that's why they're winning.
Yeah, they tend to follow what those two do. They set the tone for either a good day or maybe a tougher day. And right now, we're seeing an excellent game because those two are finding each other. Doesn't matter where on the field, they're making plays.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Freeman. He's been busy today. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.